Yeah. Blackjack. Life is like a game of cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Tupac estate news, exclusive news involving a lawsuit that they just recently won against a film documentary producer by the name of Gobi Rahimi, involving footage and pictures and audio of Tupac Shakur right before he died. And the estate was successful in doing that, and I'm gonna break it down for you right now. So basically, around 2016, an independent film producer by the name of Gobi Rahimi was going around raising money, trying to produce a documentary involving never seen footage of Tupac Shakur right before he died. And subsequently, a lawsuit was filed by the estate, basically stating that Gobi was trying to profit off of Tupac and not pay the estate its fair share from that money that he would then earn from the documentary. And basically, the estate filed a lawsuit against Mr. Rahimi and was recently successful. The interesting part about this whole lawsuit is Gobi Rahimi's girlfriend, Tracy Robinson, who was actually friends with Tupac Shakur and introduced Gobi to Tupac Shakur, who Gobi in turn would be the film guy. Tupac Shakur and Tracy actually formed a production company together, and Tracy, being Gobi's girlfriend, basically allocated a piece of that company to Gobi. And upon Tupac's death, Gobi and Tracy separated, and then Gobi actually tried to go and make moves on his own, and she basically testified on the estate's behalf against Gobi, and the estate winning this lawsuit. The crazy part is, Gobi didn't walk away with nothing. He actually walked away with $225,000 and a few rights of his own, but he basically lost all other rights involving that footage, photographs, and audio, and things of that nature. And I'm going to break that down to you right now. So basically, the judge ruled in favor of the estate, which is in some ways a great thing, because now the new documentary with the Hughes brothers should be that much more interesting to watch when it comes out. And basically, here's what the judge decided, and they agreed to. It says, no later than March 3rd, 2020, Gobi shall turn over to the estate the negatives, prints, photographs, and audio and video tapes in his possession or custody or control relating to Tupac Shakur that are at issue in this action, including but not limited to the property as to which the estate and Tracy Robinson registered copyrights, collectively the material. And B, Gobi must deliver to the estate executed assignments of the copyrights in the material without any reservation of any rights, which means after he turns over the material like the judge ordered him to do, he doesn't have any rights to any of that material that the estate wishes to use for whatever they wish to use it for. Also, Gobi will not have to set up any more GoFundMe campaigns in regards to helping him produce his documentary, as it says that no later than March 6, 2020, the estate shall pay Gobi the sum of $225,000 in relation to the agreement that he made with the estate. And it also says that Gobi may use photographs or prints involved in this case for fine art galleries and other comparable venues for high quality celebrity portraits. And all the money that Gobi raises from that, he shall be able to keep for himself. But it comes with a catch. There will be no further consent needed from Gobi in regards to what the estate does with the material that he just handed over in this case. And there will be no involvement by Gobi in anything that the estate does from this point forward. Now, the only problem I see with the deal that Gobi made is he won't have to raise any more money for his documentary, but he doesn't have any footage to make a documentary with. I guess that's the trade-off. But it also says that the estate will provide a letter to Gobi confirming that the above entitled action has been settled and that the fine arts display and sales will be permitted. So they're basically going to give him permission. The estate's going to give him permission to hold the exhibit and hold the fine arts and galleries display of Tupac's photos, because he has to actually get permission from the estate to do that, and they're going to give him a letter giving him the permission to do that. That's part of the settlement also. The letter will be not publicly distributed or published, so they're going to keep that part private. Also, the estate will provide digital scans of the photographs at issue to Gobi and access to negatives of the photographs as needed for the fine art show, meaning they're going to provide him with the photographs and things that he need to put on his exhibit for a fine art show of Tupac's photos, so that he might be able to sell it and continue to make money in the future. It also says that Gobi shall be deemed to have represented and warranted that other than the testimony of his former girlfriend, Tracy Robinson, in the above entitled action, and other than Frederic Barrera, the defendant is not aware of any other claims of ownership of the material. That means that basically that nobody else can come up and say, yeah, hey, you know what? I helped shoot that footage too, or I got a piece of ownership in that footage too. And Gobi has to swear to that, because if anybody does, then he may be liable for that action and not the estate. The judge also laid down the law when the judge said basically this court retains jurisdiction to enforce this judgment, including jurisdiction to award sanctions and attorney fees if Gobi engages in further efforts to delay or obstruct the execution of the settle agreement he entered into. And the court may reconsider plaintiffs' or the estate's request for fees and sanctions, as well as award additional fees and sanctions. So if Gobi doesn't cooperate with the estate from this point on and abide by the agreement, the court has a right to intervene and definitely make Gobi come up off of some of that $225,000 that the court and the estate agreed to pay him to basically step away from all of this material that he was in possession of. And like I said, at the end of the day, the craziest part was, his girlfriend testified on the estate's behalf against her former boyfriend. So I don't really know what happened with them there, but like I said, always have your business and things in writing so that there's no confusion when situations arise and it's time to really get your money. But like I said, more importantly, I'm glad that the estate now has the footage, because I think they would know what best to do with that footage in regards to this new documentary that they're producing in regards to Tupac's mom and himself. It's a 5-part documentary, docuseries, and it should be interesting, man. Like I said, I wish the best for Gobi, and I wish the best for the estate, and I'm glad that this matter is settled. Like I said, your boy, Del Rey,